From California is recognized for 3 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Speaker, I rise in strong support of H.R. 3219, the Make America Secure Appropriations Act. First, I would like to commend Chairman Frelinghuysen for his tireless work to report out all 12 appropriation bills from the Appropriations Committee. He did it in record time, deserves a great deal of credit for getting us to this point today. The 4 bills included in H.R. 3219 reflect hours of hearings, staff work, member input, bipartisan cooperation. I also like to express my gratitude to the chairs and ranking members of the Defense, Energy and Water, Military Construction, and Veterans Affairs and the Ledge Branch subcommittees. In particular, the Energy and Water Division provides robust funding for water infrastructure, over $67 million, to create needed water storage in the West. I want to thank Chairman Simpson and his staff for their hard work. As a member of the Defense Appropriations Subcommittee, I would like to thank Chairwoman Kay Granger for her leadership and her unwavering support of our men and women in uniform. I'd also like to would be remiss if I did not mention the professional staff of the subcommittee who dedicated countless hours to craft a bill that meets the needs of the Department of Defense and reflects the will of Congress. Our greatest responsibility as members of Congress is to provide for the resources necessary to the men and women of our armed forces. This bill includes $584.2 billion in base defense funding and $73.9 billion for overseas contingency operations. It provides for a 2.4% military pay raise and additional funding to increase end strength. The bill provides robust funding for shipbuilding, aviation, combat vehicles, and more. It invests our greatest assets, the men and women who wear the uniform, through increased funds for training, equipment, and the best health care. We're at crossroads. Right now, our military continues to operate at high tempo to carry out the national security interests of the United States. However, in order to meet the next challenge, whatever that may be, we must invest now. We know the situation we're in. National Security Advisor McMaster has stated that the U.S. is outranged and outgunned by potential adversaries. Out of 58 brigade combat teams, the Army only has 3 that are combat ready. We have the lowest number of ships since World War I. And while capability is important, the vast oceans of the world desperately needs our presence. Only 7 out of 10 aircraft of the Air Force are ready to fly. The average age of the aircraft across the service is 27 years. Airmen are flying the same planes as their grandfathers. Only 43% of the Marine Corps total aircraft inventory is considered flyable. Our Marines deserve better. Today we have a chance to correct the course we have been on for the last 8 years. The U.S. Constitution creates a government of justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense. This bill fulfills the promise enshrined in our Constitution to secure the blessing of our liberty and provide for the defense of our nation. Thank you, and I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman from New Jersey.